We're back working on the Jeep trailer. I've got some bolts for the bottom, some angle iron, and some rod. Let's see if we can make this this tailgate latch and stay up. So I've got some ideas, but first we're going to disassemble some things. Alright, we're back. So we've gotten the old latches off both sides. And I'm looking at this and I think we need to go ahead and skip ahead and we'll reinforce this part down here. And there's some cracks along here and along here. I think we're going to go ahead and weld up before we try and put our latches on. So let's see what we can do with that. I'm going to use the old bolts and see if that'll work. That works. Kind of lend itself to the patina look that we're trying to keep with this. I don't have a bunch of money in this. I don't want to have a bunch into it, so. You ever get lazy and make your job harder because you want to grab the right drill? I bet you do. In my case, the right drill is 6 feet from me, but this one's here, so. We'll just keep making our life harder. Magnet on here. Well, I stiffened up that, so that's good. All I did is replaced a couple, they have pop rivets in here, and I just took and drilled them out for 1/4 bolts. Like I said, this isn't going to be anything super strong or have to be super resilient. Just got to work. So that's what we're going for. I'm going to grab some welder and some clamps, and we'll come back. All right, here we go. Looks like I'm going to have to fit this part better, so we'll be back. Couple whacks with a hammer, and I think we'll make it. It's a pretty big gap, but we'll see what we can do here. Well, it's definitely not a show-ready rig, but it'll work. So I'm going to shut you off, We're going to grind a little bit and come back and make a latch. Well, this old military metal is sure nice to weld to. Obviously I didn't prep it very good, but I'm sure it welds good. Good old cancer paint. As you can see, I've got them kind of locked up. I decided to go ahead and use these spring clips, and it's solid. I'll go ahead and pull a slide off and get it fully welded, and we'll go from there. But yeah, it looks like it's going to work pretty good for what I need. I'll still have to figure out how to make a hook so the tailgate folds flat, but getting there. So here we are, we're back. It's a nice day. The battery died, so I didn't get some of that finished up for you. But it's a different day. And I went and got the buggy out of storage unit and hooked the trailer up just to see what it looked like. So let's go take a look. God, it's a nice day. We're going rim buttes today here in a few hours. So get to actually try the buggy a little bit better. But here we go. Look at that. Obviously I need a bigger tire, but for not planning on that paint match, it's pretty good. Tailgate works. Obviously it's still full of crap, but what I'm going to do next is I'm going to cut along this line like this and across, and I'll move these fenders up so this part is flush with this, and that'll allow me to run maybe a 33 or 35 inch tire. Those tires are about 25 inches tall, and if I can get a 35 underneath there, that'll allow me to come down from these holes to these holes. Then I can cut this off, and then I'll just kind of make that a little bit more finished looking. But that's the gist of it. That's what she's going to look like. Pretty happy. But that'll all be a different day. We're loading up and going wheeling. So next thing you see is we'll be pulling into rim buttes. Alright, we're back. As you can see, I've got this marked for this fender to come off, and it's going to get it moved from where it's at currently up to this body line. That'll allow me to have a little bit bigger tire. So I'm going to get it off and we'll show you what it looks like. It's a new day. Last video we put out was some Rim Butte stuff. We're going to put some more of that trip up in another video. I wish I was better at filming it. It's a lot more, I don't know, I guess extreme isn't really the word, but it's a lot more difficult trail than it looks like in the videos. Had a lot of fun. Buggy did awesome, both mine and Max. I have no problems whatsoever, really. Both of them did really, really well. It was a cold trip. The first day, we got there Friday evening. It poured on us all the way Friday. My buggy doesn't have a top at all. It's just got a mesh screen top. So we woke up the next morning. Obviously, my seats were wet, and it was cold enough that it wanted to snow, but not quite. So it was chilly, and to do the old garbage bag trip on the seats. So didn't get the posterior too wet, but had a lot of fun Friday. We mostly cleaned and marked trails, and then Saturday went out and banged around some trails some more. Sorry, Friday got there, Saturday did clean up, Sunday we banged around the trails, and the Sunday was beautiful. It was a little chilly in the morning, but the sun came out, got to take the sweatshirts off and just go and have fun and test out the buggies and test out Hannah's skill level. She's really progressing. We should get a buggy instead of trying to beat on her JK, but she likes the JK, so I guess we'll let her do what she wants. But the last day or so, I've been back on this. Last you saw it, I had this fender mocked up. I didn't like it, and my son convinced me to do other. So as you can see, it's much higher. Not much, it's just higher. It's 4 inches higher than what it was, and what I've done is I've notched it out so it comes around this body line here, so it sits up above it. I didn't cut the fender outside at all, just the inside, so it would fit over that. It's still on bolts, it still moves. This is a 36-inch 1250 Swamper on a 10-inch wheel. I'll probably find a wheel that matches the buggy a little bit better, aluminum, and pull that wheel in just the tire in just a little tiny bit. I just don't like the look of the wheel, and I think it'll look better if it's just a plain aluminum wheel, or even just a steel wheel. But it is what it is for right now. As far as it is right now, it is runnable, it is usable. I'm going to take off the old lights. I don't need these. I don't care if it has lights. It's got reflectors. It won't see highway, just around town, and I don't think it matters, so I don't care. Found out a couple things. This 100% was a military trailer. It was fully OD green underneath the fenders. And on the data plate it actually says it was owned by the U.S. government. So that's cool. This was probably done back by some service member, so was the tailgate, which makes this even more cool. Do I feel bad about cutting it up? Nope, not even a little bit. I like it. I think it's going to suit my needs very well. If I did decide to get rid of it, with that adjustable spindle hitch, it would be easily adjustable to use with anything from a stock Jeep or a mildly built Jeep to a pickup or whatever. These handle weight. I think they're technically a 1/4 ton trailer, but you can load this thing up pretty good with. I've seen these stacked front to back, fully over the rails with wood and barely squat at all. So for what I want to use in a couple hundred pounds of tent and camping gear, the cooler, and that type of stuff. It's gonna be awesome. So, yeah, it's a usable, mildly lifted trailer. Obviously, it's only lifted by the amount of tires that it was. Originally, that was about a 31-inch tire. This is a 36-inch, but I don't think it's quite 36 inches tall. I believe it is maybe 35. It is a 33.5-inch tall tire. So it's not even a 35-inch tall tire. But these bang around. If you've ever seen these things, I mean, shit, the military abused them in World War I or World War II, Korea, Vietnam, all the way up until I would guess until the 70s and 80s. So for what I'm going to do, it'll be fine. The e-brake works. So actually, with the buggy, it would help going down big steep hills. You just set that e-brake, let her drag, and away you go. Show you what we've done. So obviously, you've seen the tailgate. We didn't reinvent the wheel, just kind of stiffened it up a little bit and put chains and hooks on it so it'll be easier to use. We took the hitch that was on it, which was just a 2-inch ball straight off the hitch. We added to that adjustable pindle hitch, just so it'll work with my military style pindle hitch that I put on my buggy. Haven't done anything with the inside. It's just full of junk right now. I'm going to throw a chunk of plywood because there is some rust up front. But that's it. I am happy and it's ready to go. I'm sorry, I'm kicking my stand. But I think that's it for this trailer build. Taking the lights off isn't going to change anything. I'll show it to you when we get it all. I'm going to kind of fake patina some of the stuff. I'm going to paint the frame blue like my buggy. I'm going to leave the orange exactly like it is, complete with the burn marks from burning through paint and scratched and dinged and everything else. So I'll just clean up a little bit, just kind of make it kind of match. The orange goes with the buggy real well, so I'll just paint a little bit of blue and I'll show you what that looks like at a later date. But for now, thanks for watching. I appreciate it. Keeps can't talk. Keep sharing, like, subscribe, comment, share it. We'd like to get this out and put some more stuff up. But thanks again. We'll see you next time. Ooh, look at that. Little blue paint. Makes her look good. See you guys out on the trail.